Okay. If the machines are open, then we can carry on with the solution. So please, everyone. So first of all, you will see that your machine is suspended. If it is, then go ahead and power on the machine. So there's actions button here, and then you see power on the top, right? And once it powers on, so it will show this, the VM console will be clickable. You know, today the Go train was late, and then I had to really do some Formula One racing on the street. Thank God police was not watching. And still there was construction going on. So yeah, there I was just stuck. Okay, so the VM console is clickable for me. So I'm just going to click that to show. So I'll just click that, and the screen will show now. And obviously we need to log in. I think so when a machine or a virtual machine is suspended, it is supposed to save all whatever was running. But yeah, so it is actually there where we had installed Chrome, and so we're gonna go ahead and try to do the rest of the configurations. So what were we able to do? It's all here in green. I'll just put it in chat and WhatsApp as well, just to get the idea what we're gonna be doing. Okay. So here, our first VM is Windows machine. So remember that we had discussed that we will be creating 4 virtual machines. One is the Windows machine. It could be Linux as well, but I'm not a Linux guy. So sticking to Windows. Second thing, why is it not a? Okay, anyone knows actually why did I install Windows Server OS instead of Windows Client OS like Windows 7, Vista, 8, 10, 11. So why didn't I not install a client here? Why did I install a server operating system here? Anyone knows? What could be the reason?
Because you
For
want
the
to
active.
use the Active Directory, DNS, DHCP.
Yes,
Correct.
Yeah.
exactly. Yes. So I wanted to use Active Directory and infrastructure services like DNS, DHCP. So that's why client operating system I did not install. Otherwise, just to connect to ESXi 1, 2, 3, and even the vCenter, yes, when you join a company as an administrator, so you will be given a laptop with a Windows 10 or 11, right? And just you will open the browser and you will remotely connect to all this environment from there, the VMware environment specifically, and then you will manage the whole thing from your Windows 11 laptop, right? But obviously we're creating a server-side infrastructure. Okay, so here, this is Windows Server. So the list was this. Now we're gonna double check some of those greened options. So create a virtual machine? Yes, obviously done. Oh, where am I? Yeah. So that's the virtual machine. I'm gonna just minimize this Chrome, and then I'm gonna go back to this. Let's give IP to it. Did we? So if I go to local server, and in the local server or in the server manager, there's a local server, and then there's an Ethernet 0, and then there is IPv4 address. So how come it's green if we didn't give the IP? So I'm just clicking this IPv4 address here. You can also confirm on your side and double click Ethernet 0 and properties. Just checking. No, I think, hey. So if I go double click v4, Internet Protocol version v4, so we didn't give the IP. How did I make this green. I'm just checking. Huh. Let's give IP to it. Hey, who greened it? Well, greened. So we will have a mouse issue during Windows installation. So I will be able. Oh, okay. So we never did that. So I'm just gonna put configure IP. What was that then? Let's give IP to it. I think maybe I let's give IP to all students. I'll just change it to that because you all have your own subnet assigned, right? And I put that. Yeah, this is very crucial list, and we must follow that list. I'm just going to. It's been 1 week gap, and we're about to give IP. So make sure that the subnet, the third octet assigned to you is what you're going to give when I give my IP, you give your IP, right? So I'm just going to put that list again here, just to keep in mind. If suppose one student has 192.168.3.0 and the other student also just puts 192.168.3.0 or 3.1 or and 3.2 or 3.3, so obviously their machines will be having IP conflict, and those students will not be able to work. So just make sure it's your internet address of not internet address, IP address that was assigned to you is what you're using. So I'll just put it again, both lists here in the chat. So that's there in WebEx chat, and I'll put it here as well.
Excuse me, what
Yep.
about default gateway?
We don't need a gateway because gateway is used for sending data outside from our
Yeah.
environment to internet and from internet to our environment. So for this particular lab
Okay,
environment, so we don't need the gateway for that.
okay, thank you.
Okay. And I'm just taking a screenshot again here. I should have put in WhatsApp as well. So this is very, very crucial. That's why I'm just taking time to put it again there just to get your attention that when you're putting an IP, make sure you're putting your IP, not anyone else's or my IP. ONK. Now we will have a mouse. Okay, we did that. Once Windows is installed, then we will install VMware tools. That's very, very critical. So obviously, we all did that as well. I remember that. So if I go to well, we are able to click inside and the mouse is there. That's because we installed VMware tools. Otherwise, you won't be able to use that. So that's done. Windows activation. Oh, very, very important. I'm trying to do say a little French only, but that's what that's all I know. Uh, so here, guys, now everyone has to minimize the server manager like Aziz, and well, close every window. So you should be on the desktop area, right? Do you see this? Windows Server 2019 standard evaluation, Windows license valid for 180 days. This 180 days must be there. If it's not there, what will happen is this Windows will expire, and every half an hour, it's going to shut down, right? So this is so crucial that this is screenshot one that we're going to consider, and I'll just put that as here a screenshot one. So we know the rule already. You take your screenshot. I can see my name on the far left on the top, but it's in that as well. So just make sure that your name is showing when you're taking a screenshot, and this 180 days must be showing there, right? Your name and 180 days configuration should be showing there, right? So what's the label of the screenshot? We always give a name to a screenshot. So it's screenshot one. I'm just giving my sample screenshot. Oh, screenshot one is window. Oh, we took that before, right? Okay. Guys, sorry. You don't have to take that. We actually this is the slide one, previous slide. So yeah, we took it. Sorry. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take it. Even second one we took, which is Chrome is there. Okay, we're good. In fact, I'm just gonna remove these two guys because today's screenshots will be different. So yeah, do not take this screenshot. You already took it. We're gonna go back here and check out other configurations. So I'll just go back to the list. Activation is done. Oh, so there's you go. The configure IP is the next one. So that's what we're gonna do. Configure IP. And again, I'm just saying, let's be careful. I know you guys are smart. So okay, I'm gonna go to server manager. Basically, I want to go to that area where we can give static IP, right? So I'm gonna click that, and I'm in server manager, local server, and I am not able to join. It's admin permission. So guys, in the chat, in the WhatsApp chat, Rashmi is saying that admin permission is being asked. So is that the case? Was anyone asked admin permission here to join? That's very strange. I'm
Maybe
just gonna.
she's using her personal email.
Uh-huh.
That could be.
So please use Humber email to log into https://portal.office.com or use this info to join. Oh, that's quite a chaos what I put there. Well, the clickable link is there. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here to, yeah, we were giving IP address, right? So we're gonna go for local server and then Ethernet 0. And then we're gonna click that where I just went, a few minutes ago. So we're gonna go there, go to double click Ethernet 0. We're gonna go to properties because we need to give a static IP because Active Directory requires and it's vendor best practice as well. So once we reach here, I don't know if it's a bad habit or a good habit, but I uncheck Internet Protocol version 6 because when we try to troubleshoot, then IPv6 comes and we're like, we're not used to seeing IPv6, so it gets confusing. Oh, what is it exactly saying? Machine is up or not? So I just uncheck that, and then Internet Protocol version 4 is okay. It is already selected. We just need to select and properties or just double click on top of it. So go inside Internet Protocol version 4 and use the following IP address. So I'm going to give my third octet. You're going to give your third octet, and that will be our screenshot one. Everyone's network setting, I will need a screenshot because this is one of the most critical configurations. Any mistake here, and you won't be able to go ahead. So I'm going for my third octet, which is 0, and this is not your third octet, right? I sent those documentation already in the chat or WebEx and WhatsApp. The third 0 is not anyone else's, it's just mine. What shall I say? It's mine. I'm just kidding. Okay, so it's 10 is the IP of the machine that we're gonna give, right? Then I'm going to press tab, so it's gonna autocomplete 255.255.255.0. So press tab or just go ahead and type that, right? We don't need gateway, so we're not gonna put anything in the gateway. In the first machine, we're not gonna put anything in the gateway. Let me give you a little rundown. Okay, I'll be explaining that as well. Hello? Oh, okay, yeah, see, in the house. So I'm going to go to the preferred DNS server, and I'm going to give I intend to install the DNS role in this machine. So anyone knows what IP am I supposed to give here?
Same IP.
Same IP address.
Or dot
Okay,
one.
okay. So
Dot-
48.
8 or
No,
1?
same IP. We don't have access to the internet, so
Oh,
The
it's
same
be-
IP with the machine. Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
because we install the role in this machine. So this machine's IP we will put here. Tosin has hand raised, I think.
Excuse me, sir. I'm
Yep.
unable to connect to my virtual machine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not opening.
Okay. I'll just quickly
Can I
check.
share my screen?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to your screen now.
Okay.
So it's here. Those. So you can close your screen. So yeah, please close your screen on from your side, Tosin, and then I will be able to
Okay.
connect.
This.
Oh, yeah, the screen where you're trying to log into the machine. So yeah, this full screen. Close it.
Okay.
Try. Oops. So Tosin, when you click VM console, the screen open. That screen you need to close.
Oh, okay.
It's TOSIN, right?
Yeah. TOSIN.
Okay. So I'm not able to connect because somehow I think maybe two screens are open. So please check if other screens are also open, the same, but two screens are open instead of one, because I'm unable to log in now or connect.
This screen.
I'm not able to see your side, or you can share your screen.
Okay, let me share my screen.
You know how to share screen?
I'm sharing it.
Okay, that's great. Yeah.
This is what
Uh,
I got.
yeah, you're already logged in. You can just go down, scroll down,
Okay.
and just click that more, because this is just Google stopping you, and got it. Click got it. And then go to, okay, you were supposed to go to server manager. So go down, scroll down again, and click that Windows icon on the left side, bottom. Yeah, this one. Okay, once you click, then click the server manager on the top blue box called server manager box. Yeah. And here you have to go to local server and then go to Ethernet. That's where we are putting the IP.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
And then you know where to go. So Ethernet 0. Yeah. Yeah, click the Ethernet 0. No, yeah, local server you see on the top left, Ethernet 0. Okay, so it's not that top, in the middle of this page. Yeah, this one. A bit down, a little down, a little up, where it says IPv4 address assigned by DHCP. Yeah. Okay. So click that. And Ethernet 0. Double click that. Double click again. I think yeah, nobody else is seeing that, so I'm just putting that in the screen. And then go down to properties. And move them all. Yeah, okay. So now uncheck V6, Internet Protocol version 6 box. That's at the bottom. Yeah, there's a box that is, yeah, checkbox. Uncheck and double click Internet Protocol version 4. That is above 2 lines. Yeah, this one. Yeah, double click that. That's it. And then use the following IP address. Click that button, the radio button, the second line. Yep. And then start typing 192.168. That's where we are. And just check your subnet, the third octet. Check yours.
Is it the
Enter that.
IP assigned to me? 16.0?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, is it in the list? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna share back my screen, and so that's where we are.
Change it to 10, Tosin.
This,
Last part.
The last
Yeah.
one is 10.
not 0.
No. So Tosin, now you have to see my screen.
Yes, I don't.
And see this screen. So what I have put, you have to put just the third one is yours. The rest is exactly as I put. So 10.
Sorry, I haven't seen your screen. Okay, I should 10. Okay.
Yeah. And then go for the next line, which is 255.255.255. Just see my screen and then exactly do what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Default gateway.
So we're not gonna give default gateway here for this server. Suppose if we're considering this first device as the default gateway, we're pretending it is, because one of the lab in VMware requires that there should be some pingable device that should be considered as default gateway. It will, one feature of the VMware will actually try to look for a default gateway. So for the rest of the machines, we're going to tell them, hey, this first machine is their default gateway. So when we get there, I'm going to explain that again. But here, if you put the default gateway, the same IP, it's going to remove it automatically. So yeah, we're not putting anything here. And the preferred DNS is 192.168, your octet or your subnet .10. Okay, if everyone has put that information, so this is screenshot number 1. My machine, my first machine IP is the name of the screenshot 1. My first machine IP. So you will take screenshot of your machine, and I'm gonna take screenshot of my machine where my name should be showing and this IP configuration should be showing. So I'll just go to the first screenshot. And screenshot 1 name is my first machine IP. My first machine IP. So that's the screenshot. So this is a sample screenshot. I'll just put it in both the chats with the name of the, with the label of the screenshot. So okay, if that has been done, let's go ahead. I'm gonna check the, well, if I go back, I'm just gonna press OK to confirm that. I'm gonna press OK here. Make sure no one else has 0 like I have. You have your own third octet. So close, right? And close this. Now I'm gonna check back the list again, and the list. So IP is done. I'll just make it green as well. ONK. Oh, so I was doing this. Okay, and then rename the machine. So we're gonna rename the machine to, it will be your first name, Win01. If your first name is long, then go for, okay. So if your first name is long, then go for half of your first name. If that is also long, then go for half for your first name. So I'm just gonna go back here, and obviously we need to restart for this. So I'm gonna go to local server in the server manager, and then excuse me, and then computer name. And here, this is a weird name we want to change to your first name or half of your first name, Win01, right? So I'm just gonna click on top of that. We're not gonna type here. We're gonna go to change button, right? We're gonna go to change button. And here we're going to type the new name, which is, in my case, my first name. So Amir Win01. In your case, do not go for longer name. Just go for half of your first name, Win01, right? Okay. So if that is done, then OK, and it's going to restart actually. So go ahead and press OK. and okay again, and close, and restart now. All right. So that is the case. So yeah,
Sorry, I
while
wanted
this,
to ask.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, sure. Yeah, what's the question?
Sorry to take you back. I wanted to
No
ask the
problem.
previous screenshot, is the
Mm-hmm.
IP address the same as the DNS server address?
IP address is exactly the same as the DNS server. Yes,
Okay, yeah.
it
Okay,
is.
thank you. I just wanted to confirm.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, so it is restarted. That was fast. So I'm gonna click Control Alt Delete again. We know the drill here. Just click that and then go inside and log in. So if the base configuration is okay, obviously the whole lab that we're gonna create on top of this will also be O and K. Oops. Oh, why is it not charging? Okay, let me connect. Oh, I connect wrong. Oh, okay, I just mixed up a million cables in front of me, and laptop is charging now. Okay, guys, so once it is restarted and the name is done, let's go ahead and let's check out the list. So this is also done, and let's go for date and time. So time zone has to be correct. If the time of the machine is not correct, network services will be affected and you won't be able to connect, and services will not work over the network. So
Excuse
check.
me, sir.
Yeah. Hmm.
Sorry. Are
No
we need
problem.
to take a screenshot for the name also or no need?
No need. But
Okay.
now since you said since Cesar said screenshot, so guys, it's all her fault now. So let's take a screen. Oh, just kidding. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and so check the date and time. No, we don't need a screenshot. I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Okay.
Okay. So check the date and time here. We're gonna check that, and we're gonna go to the time zone. So if this pops up, just close it. And in the local server, we're gonna still click the local server, and the time zone is on the right side showing here, and it is wrong for me. Pacific time, right? So just scroll to the right side inside the local server, and let's fix the time zone because it has to be correct. I'm going to click that. If you have Eastern US and Canada, then you're okay already. But if you have Pacific, then let's correct it. So I'm just going to click that and go to change time zone. And then there it is. Can you remind me the default password, please? Yeah. So I was asking. So it's small abc, capital ABC, shift 123, dot shift 123. That will be, oh, I was gonna say that will be 5 samosa, but maybe Zaiku doesn't know what is samosa. I'll try to know what are his favorite snacks. Okay. Anyway, so here, Pacific time, I'm just gonna quickly correct that. And uh, so we are in Greenland. Oh, no. Okay. So Eastern time, US and Canada, and press O and K. So now the time should be correct and press OK. This is very important because time network services do sync with each other if the time is correct on the machines. Okay, that done. Let's go ahead. And we have checked the date and time. Yeah. Okay, done. Take snapshot of the whole machine. Actually, there's Google Chrome as well, which we already installed. So I'm just gonna put that here, Google Chrome. And I think it's installed for everyone. So we can safely say it's done. Now we can take a snapshot of this machine, which is very important. Why? Because Suppose in future we mess up this machine and it's beyond repair kind of thing, or the T-shoot takes too much time, so we can just go back to the snapshot where all the above was already done, and we don't have to redo that, and we can just go ahead from where Google Chrome was already installed, right? So if we have to go back, so let's take a snapshot now, and how to take it. So let's go to actually the other screen, which is the cloud director, right? Let's go there, and the snapshot feature is actions, and there is create snapshot here. So let's click the create snapshot, right? And yeah, so create a VM snapshot. This will replace any existing snapshots for this VM. We don't have any existing. It's the first one. Snapshot the memory of the virtual machine. Memory of the virtual machine, if you take a snapshot of that, so it's whatever is loaded on the memory. And what is loaded on the memory? Whatever tasks we are doing, that is loaded on the memory. Normally, we take a snapshot of the configurations. That's what we are interested in, and not what was loaded at the time on the memory, right? So, and quizzes, the guest file system requires installed VMware tools. So this QUIESCE guest file system, right? And VMware snapshot. I'm just putting it on the internet. So quizzing the guest file system is the process of getting the data on a VM into a state suitable for backups. So data inside the VM. So put the VM in a state that the data of the VM could be backed up. Backup solutions use VM snapshots to copy data from a VM. The operation of quizzing a VM ensures that a snapshot represents a consistent view of the guest file system state at a specific point in time. So in English, what it means is that if there's a virtual machine there with a lot of data there, and you're, some third-party backup application is trying to take a backup of the data inside the virtual machine. So this quizzes service or feature lets the third-party backup software look into the machine and access that data properly, and it just keeps that data in a state where the backup software says, okay, this is good, I can take a backup now, thank you, quizzes. Okay, yeah, so that's it. It just keeps that. So the backup of the data, it just makes it easy, right? So, well, we're not gonna, okay, we may take backup. So yes, select that option. But we don't need the above one. We just need the configurational state of the virtual machine to be saved by the snapshot. So that's good. We just select one option here. If in future we take a backup, so we can use this option will help. So let's click the and 8 create, right? All right, and then I'm gonna go back because it is done already. So snapshot just takes time. We don't need to really wait for it to finish, and it does not take a huge amount of space as well. So in the chat, Ola Bode says, please sir, my keyboard is not working after I restart the machine to update the name. Keyboard is not working, but the mouse is working. Ola Bode.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so this means the VMware tools are good. So you have to click on top of the screen here, right? So when you go to the virtual machine, so suppose it was clicked here on the, so it's not inside the machine. You have to go on top of the machine and click on it, then try to type, and it's gonna work. So try it, and hopefully.
Still not working.
Well, there's a emergency keyboard
Okay,
also.
now working.
All right. Okay. So, okay. So let's go ahead and check out the numbers. Install Google Chrome. So, yep, that is done. Now let's get to our some major tasks here, which is installing Active Directory. Active Directory offers AAA. Anyone can quickly tell me what is AAA? We talked about it before.
Authentication, authorization, accounting.
Exactly. Good. So Active Directory, and yes, another thing that I have been saying already, that VMware does not depend on Active Directory for authentication, authorization, accounting. VMware without Active Directory from Windows has its own AAA as well. But we're putting it because one thing, it is exam objective. Second thing, you're going to see Active Directory pretty much in majority of the companies there where it's actually connected to VMware environment. So it's a good thing to practice here as well. O and K. So let's go ahead to the machine and install Active Directory. Now, when we install Active Directory, so we're gonna also select to install DHCP. We're not gonna select the DNS because separately, we're not gonna select DNS to be installed because Active Directory will install DNS for us and configure it as well. So we're not going to separately select that, but yeah, DHCP we have to separately select, and we will be configuring that too. So let's go back to our machine here, and we're going to go to the dashboard in Server Manager, Dashboard, and Add Roles and Features, right? So let's click Add Roles and Features. Okay, now before we begin, yeah, so this is just the introduction. You should have a static IP, you should have a strong password and everything. So let's just go ahead next. So it's role-based or feature-based installation, which is good. Next, no change on this page. Next. And yeah, it's the correct name and IP showing here. Next, no change until we reach this roles page. So we're going to go for the second option, which is Active Directory Domain Services. We're going to select that. As soon as we click this second box here, it's going to pop up. A window will pop up and it's going to say that, hey, do you want the features to be installed as well? And we're going to select yes for that too. So first we're going to select this box now. Second box, not the first one. And then yes, the features that go along with this role will be installed as well, which is okay. So just click add features. Make sure it's the second one. In previous batch, I think one student broke that record of selecting the first one and then kept on clicking next, next, next. So anyway, and we're not selecting DNS separately here, but we will be selecting DHCP here, right? So DNS will be installed automatically by Active Directory Domain Services. So we're going to select DHCP. It's going to also pop up and we're going to click add features to that too. So I'm going to select that, only DHCP, and click add features here as well. These two, if they are configured exactly like this, so we go ahead. Okay. So it's on the features page and we don't have to select anything here. Okay, so we're going to click next. And yeah, it's just an introduction to, yeah, you can connect to Azure Active Directory. Hey, maybe you don't know or no one know, and it's not VMware question, but it's a quick question. Yeah,
hello,
okay.
sorry to
After
cut
that,
you.
yeah.
You're too fast. Can you please rewind a little so that we can catch?
Oyadil. Okay, Oyadil. So where? Let me know. Previous. Are you, or if you're on the same page as I am, then I'll just go back. Otherwise, let me know where should I go. Okay. Yeah, so the question was on this page. What is, this is Azure Active Directory. What is the new name for Azure Active Directory? Anyone knows? Quick.
Entra.
Yes, exactly. Entra ID. Hey, you guys are in touch. Good. Okay, so because in the interview with VMware, cloud is there and Microsoft Cloud is there. So yeah, you need to know everything about Azure. Okay, next. Nothing here on this page. Next. Oh, come in. Yep. Okay. Somebody knocked the mic. So yeah, here, nothing here on this page as well. So click Oh, there's boxing going on. Okay. Okay. Guys, there's a sound coming from somewhere, so please, everyone, please mute your mic. Install. Let's go install. Right. So yeah, it's gonna take a little time. We can just discuss the stuff we are about to do. So Active Directory, DNS, DHCP. I'll just copy this diagram, and in fact, let me get a clean one from my OneNote, and oh. Humber. Okay. So yeah, we are actually going to go to that stage right now. Okay, got it. So this is our environment or environment that we're going to be creating now. We are on this machine, and we have given name and IP already, and we're in the process of installing first Active Directory, then DNS, and then DHCP. So those two guys, in fact, this one is also not done. So we're going to be going, and I'll be ticking as we move ahead and explaining what we're doing and why we're doing. Okay. So I'll just go back to yeah.
I have a question. I think I
Sure.
forgot to click the DNS and it's already installing. If I want, do I need to go back?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Like you have selected it, it's okay. It's not gonna do any damage. It's okay. But it's just recommended to do it this way, but other way also it's gonna work. Yeah, cool. So guys, once it is done, some of you might have clicked the close button, right? So in case you have done it, so it's too late now. No, just kidding. So yeah, we could have just started the Active Directory installation from here by clicking this button. But since some of the students would have done that, so I'm just going to click close. We're going to go to this yellow triangle here. Yellow triangle. Let's click that and do what? We're going to click promote this server to a domain controller. Everyone sees that? Yes. Okay. Thank you for the reply. And promote this server to a domain controller. And some of you might know what to select here when we're creating the first domain or first Microsoft network. Anyone quickly? What to select here?
New Forest.
New Forest.
Exactly. So we're going to create a new forest, which just creates a Microsoft network. It's a outermost boundary, security boundary as well. So we're going to give a name to this domain or Microsoft network that we're creating. So it will be your first name. Make it smaller. Your first name, humb dot local. So your first name, half of it, if it's longer, or half of it, right? Humb dot local, no spaces, right? So this is once this is done, let's click next. Now it's just the usual Active Directory installation. We go next, install. Okay, here it says, see this domain name system. So there's an option for unchecking that as well. We're not going to uncheck it. We're going to keep it checked because it's going to install the role and then it's going to configure it as well, at least a forward lookup zone, right? Here we need to put a password anyway. So this is directory services restore mode instead, in case you want to recover the Active Directory or just troubleshoot. So you go there. So I'm putting the class password. Hopefully you remember that, small ABC, capital ABC, shift 123, without shift 1, 2, 3. And small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3, without shift 1, 2, 3. Oops, what happened here? ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3, without shift 1, 2, 3. Ah, seriously. All right. Okay, next. Nothing to change here. Just put the password. Go ahead. So it says that, hey, where's the DNS? We are in the process of installing DNS, so that's why it cannot find it. So it's okay. So no change on this page, and click next. Now it's NetBIOS domain name. So NetBIOS domain name is just single name access to Active Directory to retrieve users groups information by legacy applications or some third-party applications. Yeah, that's it. We don't need to change anything here. Let's click next. Pretty much on every next window, we don't need to change anything. So yeah, that's where the Active Directory will install inside C drive of this virtual machine. Okay, no change here. Next. This is the summary of the whole installation. It's gonna all configuration. So no change here. Next. It's going to give, it's verifying the prerequisites, right? So it's going to give 2 or 3 warnings. And yep, so there's a warning here. It is saying that, hey, if you have a very old Windows NT, then Windows 2019 will not securely communicate with that. We don't have that, so we can ignore the first warning. Second warning says, hey, where's your DNS? Again, we're in the process of installing that, so it's not here. So ignore the second warning as well. So that's it. We can ignore both warnings and we can click install. O and K. It's gonna install and it's going to automatically restart as well. If you see a blue box popping up, it's just ignore that and it's gonna restart anyway. So while it is installing, and it's gonna restart automatically, so we can leave it here, and we can talk about further here. So this is the list we're following up with. We're in the process of installing Active Directory, which offers AAA authentication, authorization, accounting. Then we're going to install and configure DNS. So DNS, obviously, this is one of the most important features. Suppose you have a Linux machine instead of Windows machine. Suppose you still have to install DNS. VMware needs a DNS. And why do we need DNS? Obviously, we need to access this machine, this machine, this machine by name, right? Not by IP, right? Oh, okay, by IP we can access, but humans remember names better. That's why we need DNS to be configured, right? So if we go back here to this, so when the DNS gets installed, it has two sections here: forward lookup zone and reverse lookup zone. Reverse lookup zone, right? So forward lookup zone, anyone knows quickly what's the difference between forward lookup zone, what does it do, and reverse lookup zone, what does it do? Well, they both do DNS stuff, but what exactly?
When we don't
Or
have an address, we send it to forward lookup zone to find it, if I can remember correctly.
And reverse
And
lookup
the
zone?
reverse is the reverse of that.
So the forward, yeah, exactly, you're right. Forward lookup zone is it resolves computer names to IP addresses, and reverse lookup zone resolves IP addresses to computer names. So it's the opposite of what forward lookup zone does. So if there's a machine name there, so resolves computer names to IP addresses, and it's the opposite of that. Results, IP addresses to computer names. So suppose there's a machine and you know the IP of the machine, and you want to know the name of that, so the request goes to reverse lookup zone of the DNS. And if you know the name of the machine but not the IP address, so the request goes to the forward lookup zone of the DNS. And in large environments, we need that. So let's check out where we are. Oh, yeah, it's restarting. Okay, if we go back here, so forward lookup zone is going to be automatically configured, will be configured already by Active Directory AD, right? So AD is Active Directory. And just for you know, if forward lookup zone is already configured in Active Directory, and it's a Windows and VMware environment, so we don't need to do anything, and name resolution service will work fine, right? So name resolution service will work just fine if we don't touch reverse lookup zone. But for best practices, for vendor best practices, that is, for some big applications, suppose you have Exchange server, which handles emails of the company. So Exchange server, best practices for that is that add Exchange server's IP in the reverse lookup zone as well. Some big applications require that as a best practice as well, that you put reverse lookup zone. So or non-Microsoft products. So reverse lookup zone we're going to configure there, and just for best practice. And in DHCP, we're going to be creating a scope. We will create a scope, and we will give a range to this scope that distribute IP addresses from this range to this range, right? So range will be from 50 to 100. Oh, what is that? 192.168, your octet, third octet, dot 50 up to 192.168, and your third octet dot 100. So this means that 50 machines will get IP addresses automatically, although we don't plan to create that many machines. In fact, 1 or 2 machines will use DHCP, but we're going to give some range here. We can give a shorter range here as well, or much longer range here as well. Doesn't matter. It's a lab, right? So we're going to give a scope like Aziz. You know what? There's another. Okay, I'll just take the rest of this on the other screen so it could show bigger. And like this. Unmute. All right. Okay. So I am going to. Hey, is it done? No. So for anyone, it is done. No, right? Or yes?
Not yet.
No.
Okay. So it's still going on. Yeah, it takes time. The Active Directory installation does take time. So we're going to create we're already installing Active Directory. It's going to install DNS in the forward lookup zone. So when it is fully installed, we're going to log into it, and we're going to find that it is like that. So installation will be like so. One more immediate thing that we're going to do is reverse lookup zone, reverse resolves IP addresses to host names. We will configure it manually. So that's what I wanted to write for reverse lookup zone. And also, one more thing. Okay, so Amin says in chat it's done for him. Maybe it's going to be done for others as well. Oh, it's not DNS stuff that I'm okay. In Active Directory, there's one more thing that we need to do. And that is, we will not be using the domain administrator user account for our lab. We will create a copy of this high privileged account, and we'll name it your first name admin. So in my case, Amir admin, or in your case, your first name admin. So we will create a copy of this high privileged account, which means that we're going to create a copy of the domain administrator account. So this account will have exactly the same privileges or permissions as this domain administrator account, but we're not going to use the actual domain administrator account. We're going to use a copy of it for the whole rest of the lab. Suppose we're logged out of this account, so we will still have the domain administrator account to log in and fix it, fix the issue. So we're going to create a copy of it, and then we're going to log out of this account, and we're going to log in from this account, which we will create. And onwards, from now on, we're only going to use this copy admin account and not the actual admin account, right? So blah, 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 and we'll name it. Okay. So this is another important thing that we need to do. I think everyone's done, I guess. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead, Control Alt Delete. I'm just gonna log into it. Now it shows you the domain name, your first name, Humb / username administrator. So that's the top administrator account with all the privileges. So we don't need to use that throughout the lab. So domain name / username, right? That's how it's written. So let's just put the password and log in. All right. Yep, it's logged in now. And so we're gonna check now, once it is logged in, that do we have Active Directory installed or not. So it's going to appear here as well, because Active Directory is installed, and it's going to be in tools here as well. It's just loading. There you go. ADDS, DHCP, DNS. So there's still a yellow triangle. This means that there's something else to be configured, which is actually DHCP. We're going to be doing it later, but let's first check if we have Active Directory or not. So I'm just going to click the tools here, and we see here all this: Active Directory Administrative Center, Domains and Trust, module for Windows PowerShell, sites and services, users and computers, ADSA added as well. And we do see DHCP here as well, and we do see DNS as well. What we can do is, before we start configuring anything else, so according to this list here, we need to do this. And that is, let's not use the highly privileged root account or the main admin account, and let's create a copy of it, sign out from this administrator account, and sign in from this other account, copy of it with the same high privileges, and do the rest of the labs from this account onwards, right? So let's do this first, and then we're going to go for the next steps. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to open tools, and then I'm going to open this guy here, Active Directory, users and computers. Let's open it. So once you open Active Directory, users and computers, so it opened the console here, and you see your domain name, your first name, humb.local here. So I'll expand that, and I'll expand that as well. So here we have all the containers built in, computers, domain controllers. We don't intend to put any other Windows machine that is going to join the domain or the Microsoft network. Now, suppose you have Windows 10 or 11, so it's going to appear here in computers. If you have another server operating system with an Active Directory installed, so it's going to appear there, because server operating system with an Active Directory installed is called domain controller. Right, domain controller. Anyway, we're going to go to the users area here, the last one, users container, or OU, organizational unit. And on the right side top, you should see this. administrator, right? So be careful here. You have to first select it. It should be blue. On top of only the blue area, you need to right click and select copy, right? So on the blue, and this is administrator, I'm just going to right click here and there is copy option. So it's going to copy the new account that we're about to create will have all the privileges of this account that we selected. So I'm going to click copy and it's going to pop up this window. And we need to put a name. So as we decided, your first name, admin. So go for half of it or full, not full, half of it. Okay. So anyway, your first name, admin. If you have put that name, I'm going to copy this or just type the same thing here as well. Log on name. Right? So your screen should be looking like this. It's just pretty much the same on all 4 windows. Your first name admin. If you have put that, then click next. And yeah, the class password, small ABC, capital ABC, 123, large 123, small ABC, capital ABC, 123, large 123. It's a lab, so password never expires. Otherwise, we're supposed to change admin password every 30 or 60 days according to the company compliant policy. Any Windows guru here or Active Directory guru who knows that, what's the default password change policy in Windows Active Directory? How many days, after how many days it requires you to expire by default?
180.
Are you sure?
90 days.
90, 60 or 90 days, I think.
Nope. Oh, okay. Time out.
User must change password when next login.
Yeah. So, but I'm asking that when does it expire? So it's 42 days by default, but you can change it to whatever you want. Okay. Anyway, password never expires. We're gonna keep it because it's a lab environment and we don't want it to be changing password. And then some students get confused with that. Oh, what happened? And I locked myself out because I was putting the old password and new password and old password, and the student gets confused and logged out, right? So just keep it like that. Password never expires, but never ever do that in production environments. In companies, never ever do that. Always keep it changing. 60, 90, whatever the company compliance policies. Okay, we're gonna keep it just this configuration, put the password, no other change, and click next, right? And finito. All right, so we have 2 users here, actually total 3 users. One is guest, one is administrator, and one is this. So we're gonna sign out from administrator and we're gonna sign in from this new account now, right? So I'm going to right click on this Windows area to sign out, right? So right click, shut down or sign out. So I'm gonna choose sign out. And then we know the drill, Control Alt Delete, but this time do not log in from the administrator. We need to go to the other account. How do we go to the other account? We click other user. And now it's gonna ask, okay, what's the name of the other user? So whatever name you gave to create that, just put that name there. In my case, it is Humber admin. And well, I use that class
Excuse me,
password.
sir.
Yep.
Sorry.
No problem.
I tried to log in to the other account, but I don't see these 2 icons in the page.
These 2?
Yes, I don't see them.
You see only one, or not at all?
Not at all.
Oh,
do you want to share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
I also don't see, sir. I gave shutdown.
Okay. Why? Anyone knows why? Okay, let's see that first. So I'll just put that screen here so everyone can see. And well, press Control or Delete first.
Okay.
No, you know the Control or Delete on the top right, top left. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Other user. Okay,
Scroll
okay.
down. That is Hamsa Sambosa. Oh, 5 Sambosa, right?
Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, I'll send the shop name. Oh, just kidding. Okay. So who else? So okay, I think the T-shoot is done. Let's go ahead. Here, what were we doing? Yeah, this one. So guys, onwards, only log in from this account throughout the course, right? So let's just log in. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3 without.
Excuse me, sir. I'm not able to see your screen.
The screen is
Oh.
not visible.
Yeah, I did not share again, so I'll share. Yeah, it's like that senior moment. I forgot to share the screen. Okay, so everyone's able to see the screen. Yes. Okay, thank you for the reply. And let's go for click. Okay, always use this account onwards. But we do remember the password of the other one as well. Anyway, it's the class password, right? So if we mess up with this one, just log in from that one. All right, once that is done, now we need to configure the rest of the stuff. So if we check out the list, we are done with this. And install DNS. So yeah, it is already installed, but now it's going to be configure DNS. So what up? Okay, let's go back and check it out. Okay, so here, close this. And then we go to tools. The yellow triangle is for actually the DHCP installation and configuration. So we're gonna go for DNS, which is already installed, but we need to configure as well. So I'm gonna go to tools here. I'm gonna go down to DNS. Let's open the DNS here. Okay. And you can see here the computer name, but click on that and then expand it. So you will see forward lookup zone, reverse lookup zone, trust points, and conditional forwarders. But what we want to see first is forward lookup zone. And in fact, if you click the reverse lookup zone, it's just empty, right? But when you click the forward lookup zone, it is filled. So it is configured by Active Directory. I'm going to expand that forward lookup zone here. And yes, there is the zone for our domain. And I'm going to click this domain here. And then on the right side, it's going to show what's inside this folder or zone. So what's going on here is okay. You can see A records. So whatever information is there about the machine in forward lookup zone, it is called A record. So suppose the boss says, hey, there's a ticket, you need to create, we purchased 5 network printers and we configured on the printer side already. Now you need to go to DNS and please create 5 A records for those printers. Suppose that's the scenario. So you would come here, you would right click here, and you would go for new host A or AAA records. This is, so host record is what? Name of the machine, IP of the machine. That's it. Name of the machine, IP of the machine is a host A record or A record, right? It's other side, opposite side is, which we are going to configure actually in reverse lookup zone, which is empty now, but we will configure once it is configured. So the same thing is here as well. IP of the machine and name of the machine will be there, and we will call it, anyone knows what's that same record called in reverse lookup zone? It's not A record, something else it is. Anyone knows?
The C record.
Z.
No.
Then D.
We can start from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Okay. No, it. No.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Could you repeat how did you go to this page? Because my system
Sure.
restarted.
Yeah. See
Thank
this? Are you in Server Manager?
Yeah.
And then click Tools, this one. And then click this one. Oh, yeah. So if you have clicked that, then you should be seeing this. So just simply expand. So click on this one, then expand forward lookup zone, click the domain, right? You should be here. So yeah, the name of the record, machine record, which is IP and name in reverse lookup zone is PTR, pointer record. It is called PTR record. In reverse lookup zone, it is called A record in forward lookup zone, right? So A record is name and IP of the machine, and pointer record here in reverse lookup zone is IP and name of the machine. It's just the opposite of that, right? Okay. Anyway, we are here and we see that forward lookup zone is configured, but what we need to do is, although Windows and VMware will work fine if we don't go anything, if we don't do anything else, but we're just going for vendor recommendations. So I'm going to be going for reverse lookup zone. I'm going to configure that, but how do we know that it's working? So there's a command for that that will confirm to us that it is working now. So before we create a reverse lookup zone, we need to go to CMD. So go to search and type CMD command, right? And enter. CMD and enter. Hey, did I press enter? Oh, I have to convince this guy. Hey, I pressed enter. Serious? Okay, again. CMD, enter. What? Enter. Okay, I'll go to run and type CMD here. Okay, anyway, so this should be open, and the command that we need to put is ns lookup, LOOKUP, ns lookup, ns lookup. One word, no spaces, and what it says is name server lookup. What is name server? DNS server. Lookup means search. Search my DNS server. What is the name of my DNS server? NS lookup, right? So we're just going to press enter, and it's going to give us kind of wrong information, or the information that we are not expecting. So it's not wrong, it's also correct, but we need to make it the professional one, the way we want it. It should be showing when we type ns lookup, it should be showing what? Let me just show you here. It should be showing fully qualified domain name. It should be showing the name of the machine and name of the domain. Again, it should be showing name of the machine and name of the domain, right? So here it's showing localhost. Localhost is this machine, right? And the IP 127.0.0.1. This IP is, what is it called? There's a special word for that. This IP.
Localhost. As you told.
Loopback adapter, exactly. Loopback adapter, exactly. It means that it's pointing to itself. So it's also correct when we say, hey, where's the DNS server? So it sees that, hey, DNS role is installed on me, so it points to itself. 127.0.0.1. I am the DNS server. That's what it's saying. And we need to fix it. We need it to tell that fully qualified domain name, because when you suppose there are 10,000 Windows 10 machines, right? You go to any machine, log in, open CMD, and then type nslookup. So it should give you that fully qualified domain name of the server, domain of the server. So let's fix that. How do we do that? First of all, you can see that there's a cursor here, right? So just press Control C to get out of this interactive mode. Control C 1 or 2 times. Keep pressing Control and C. C, C, Senior. Okay, Control C here. And so once you're out of this localhost interactive mode, then I'm going to minimize it, because we need to first fix the IP. Then we're going to come back here. We're going to run an lookup again. At least the IP should be correct. And then we're going to fix this name as well. So minimize this. And we need to go to the static IP area where we went before as well. I hope you remember.
Excuse me, sir.
Mhm.
How did you get to this command prompt? CMD not working. Run also, it's not showing.
So, so when you go to search and you type CMD and press enter, it's not opening.
Yeah, it's loading. It's not opening. CMD.
Oh, loading. Okay. So if you go to right click here and go to run, you tried that too.
No.
Right click here on the Windows and click run. And then type CMD and press OK.
Yeah, it's working now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. And just type NSLOOKUP and press enter and then Control C. ONK. So what we need to do is first we need to fix this guy 127.0.0.1. How come it's there? So we're gonna go to the Ethernet. So I'm gonna go to the server manager, which is this suitcase icon. And then we're already on local server. Click that, where Ethernet shows our IP, but we need to go inside the static IP area. So I'm gonna click that too, right? So click that, Ethernet 0, double click that. We know that drill, right? We just were there. So go to properties, Internet Protocol version 4 or IPv4, double click that. So the change you see now here is 127.0.0.1. Hey, don't you remember that we gave here 192.168.0.10? How come it is 127.0.0.1? So we have all been hacked. Or the other technical reason would be it is haunted. Halloween, right? Okay. Oh, okay. No, it's not haunted. It's not hacked. What happens is that when you install Active Directory and it's installing DNS and it's restarting after installing the DNS, it is restarting for the first time. So when it is restarting for the first time, it checks that, where's the DNS? Oh, I'm the DNS. So it discovers that I'm the DNS, that it itself is the DNS. So it puts this loopback adapter or this address pointing to itself, right? What do? We remove it. Just click here and press backspace, 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 and remove it. And just put that IP 192.168 and your octet, third octet, .10 again. This time when you put there and you restart as many times, it's not going to change. But the first time only when it discovers, it changes it. So 192.168 and your third octet, .10. We're just going to put that back and press OK, and run that command. And it should at least give us the correct IP now, the NS lookup, right? Okay, so I'm just going to press O and K, right? And OK, and close, and close. And C, M, and D. So we're back here where we put the NS lookup. Now just press up arrow or just type it again. At least the IP should be correct, right? Enter. So IP is correct, 192.168. So what NS lookup or tell me search for my DNS server? Yes, DNS server is this IP. So yes, this is correct information, but it's still saying that name is unknown. So now we need to create a reverse lookup zone. After creating that reverse lookup zone, this will also be correct. So let's fix that too. We're gonna again come out of this interactive zone, Control C. Now we're out. We're gonna minimize this, right? Minimize this, right? ONK. So now we're going for this guy here, DNS, and we need to create a reverse lookup zone, which was not created. So once we click that, you need to click on reverse lookup zone, which is empty. So it is empty, right? Now we're going to create that. So right click on top of reverse lookup zone. So, and you see here, new zone, right? So click that new zone. And go ahead and click next. So it's showing me primary zone, secondary zone, stub zone, and store the zone in Active Directory. Primary zone is the read and write copy of the DNS server where you can actually make changes. Secondary zone means that it's just the read-only copy of the DNS server. Stub zone is just pointing, it's for small branches, and it just points to the actual primary or secondary DNS server. And store zone in Active Directory, the last option just means that encrypt the whole zone as well, make it more secure. Anyway, we're not going to change anything here. We're going to keep it to primary, no change on this page, and click next. It just says that, hey, if you have any DNS server, any other DNS server, then it's going to synchronize all whatever we are doing to that DNS server. But we don't have another DNS server, right? So no change on this page, and click next. We're not using IPv6, we're using IPv4. So click next. Okay, here it asks for the network range. What is the network range? What is network range? So if we go back here, so the network range or network ID we can say is the first 3 octets, and the client ID is the last one. So client, like the Windows machines, they get the last one, and the first 3 octets are the network ID, right? So it's just saying, DHCP is just saying, oh, you want me to distribute IPs automatically to all the machines. So tell me what is the network ID or network IP range here. So we will say 192.168 and your octet, right? That's it. It's not interested in asking the client IP, the last one. It's just interested in asking the network side of it. So we're going to give that. You're going to give your third octet and click next. Here the options are saying again that hey, you want to synchronize with the other one. We don't have another DNS, so all that doesn't matter. So no change on this page, and click next. And then finito. So the rule of thumb here. Okay, first let's expand that reverse lookup zone. Oh, what did we create here? Oh, when you click here, you see this, but you don't see any machine record here, right? As I was saying, IP and name will be appearing there, opposite of the A record where name and IP appears. So whenever you make a change in DNS, go up to the name and always click the refresh just a few million times. Refresh, 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 and refresh, refresh. Okay. Once that is done, now go to reverse lookup zone again and expand it and click it. And there you go. You still don't find it. Seriously? Okay. I was expecting that machine name here, IP and name of the machine. It's not there. So let's fix that too. Let's go back to forward lookup zone where we found the name of the machine, name and IP, right? Let's go there. Forward lookup zone. And there's a domain zone here. Let's click that. Oh, there's a machine record here. Your first name Win01 and its IP. But that same record is not in reverse lookup zone. It should be there. So let's fix that. How? We're gonna double click this. Go ahead and double click this record, A record, right? So once we double click, it should look like this. And you can see there's a name and it says FQDN, fully qualified domain name, right? Machine name and the domain name. And the IP, correct IP. And here it says update associated pointer record as well. This means create the same record in reverse lookup zone as well, right? So just go ahead and select that and apply. And O and K. So we made another change in the DNS. So this means we have to go up again and refresh that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Sorry, when you double click on it, what you change?
See this? If you double click, you just
Yes.
click
Update.
check this checkbox. That's it.
Okay, okay.
And apply and okay. There's a hand raised here.
Yeah, Sayed, whenever possible, can you just check my machine once?
Okay, sure.
The commands are not working or there's some configuration issue. Yeah.
Okay. So let me just show this. So guys, when you come here and refresh, so now you see, do we all see this record? Yes. Okay, thank you for that reply. So you do see that record, right? Now let me check the machine of Mike, but you should be seeing this. We just had to refresh and go back and forth and refresh, right? So if I go back here, yep. Mike, right?
Yeah, I've closed my machine.
Okay. And
can you open the command prompt once? You can see there's the internet error as well.
You're there. I mean, you have the PTR already.
Yeah, you can check the
command.
command.
What is this? You're getting this? Hey, is this machine haunted or what? Okay. So, and let's look up again, up arrow on the keyboard. If I put, it gives the last command. Whoa, what is this? Oh, I think you have V6
when
enabled.
the active directory got configured, it took the IP from static to dynamic again. I changed it again, but I'm not sure.
So first of all, yeah, IPv6 uncheck.
I had disabled this as well. I don't know.
Okay.
Now I've done it again.
Okay. Guys, be ready for one thing here in this vCloud environment. Sometimes for some lucky students, if you restart the machine, it actually removes the configuration. Few of the configurations, like network configuration especially, gets removed. So Mayank, you're the lucky one today. So you had put it back. That's great. But your configuration is actually perfect already. So that's very good. And yeah, that IPv6 I unchecked if it was checked, so it was doing this. Maybe now, yeah, it should be good. So that's where I was gonna. Yeah, this is the next screenshot coming, but yeah, you've configured everything perfectly. Okay, cool. All right, I'm closing it. Thank you. All right, guys. So let's go back to our machine because the final step was what I just did. Go back. So if you have refreshed it just a few million times, so then go back to C, M, and D, and just up arrow and a lookup port, just type it. Now it should look like this. So the machine name plus the domain name. So this is called FQDN, fully qualified domain name, FQDN. If this is showing, take a screenshot number 2 that DNS works. Name of the screenshot is DNS works. It was working if you hadn't gone through reverse lookup zone. This is just best practice implemented. So make sure your name is showing and then take a screenshot of this configuration where exactly your fully qualified domain name is showing. And the screenshot number 2 is the DNS works. DNS works. Okay, let me take a screenshot, sample screenshot. It's going to chats here. Okay, we're good. So you're going to be saving that screenshot with the label or the name. And at the end of the class, just like last time, just collect all the screenshots in an MS Word document. Name that document as your full name and course name and ID, college ID, and then upload it to where I will create the folder for the class. So yeah, once it is done, let's go back to our list here. And yeah, so reverse lookup zone, we will manually configure it. So yeah, it is done as well. So we can say that DNS is okay, configured with best practices. Now we're going to go for installing and configuring DHC and P. Okay, DHCP. So we're going to configure that. What's the one-liner for DHCP? What does it do? Quick.
Assign IP address.
Yeah. So it distributes IP addresses automatically to all the client machines or whichever machine needs an IP address and is configured to look for a DHCP and request one. So it automatically gives IP addresses to those machines. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and install DHCP now. Okay, so let's go back here again. Yeah. So we don't need this command prompt. So I'm just gonna close the command prompt. We don't need the DNS manager as well. So we're gonna close the DNS manager as and well. Now we're on the server manager because now the next task is in the server manager, and that is we're going to click the yellow triangle. And one thing here that still needs to be configured, and that is the DHCP. So let's just click the complete DHCP configuration. Let's click that. And it will look like this. So it's creating two security groups, one for administrators and one for users. It's also getting authorization from Active Directory. Hey, Active Directory, can I work? So both things are okay for us. No change on this page. Let's click next. Then it's saying that, hey, is that the highly privileged account with which you're going to configure DNS of DHCP? So no change on this page as well. And click commit. So we're going to click commit now. And you should be done. So everyone done or anyone not done? Everyone done, right? Okay, if we are done, let's click close. Now DHCP is not configured yet. We're going to configure it. So let's go to tools. And then we're going to go to, let's go ahead and open DHCP. And expand it. And expand this one as well. So we can expand this one as and well. So there's that IPv4 and IPv6. We're gonna be interested in IPv4 configurations. We're gonna expand IPv4. There are a few folders here, containers, server options, policies, filters, but we need to tell DHCP what to do. So we're going to right click on top of the IPv4 here, like these. And then I'm gonna go for new scope. Okay, we're gonna click new scope. And then we're going to be clicking next. So it's saying, hey, what do you want to name this scope? So you could just name it anything, but we're going to go for your first name, scope 1, your first name, scope 1, and click next. Okay, so here, we decided to start and end range. Whatever IP range we put here will be distributed to all the machines that need an IP address over the network. So we're gonna put here 192.168, my third octet, .50. I'm deciding to start from 50 because all the IP addresses before 50 I need to use in my other rest of the machines. I'm gonna assign them manually. But okay, so press tab and then go for 192.168, your third octet dot 100. So 50 to 100, we're telling DHCP, hey, you can distribute that to any machine which requests it. So we're gonna have like 1 or 2 more machines, but we're gonna check actually is our networking okay? Because the next machine will be, if I try to explain here, so DHCP is living here, right? And our virtual machine will be here. So when we create a virtual machine later, so first we're going to create obviously the 3 hypervisors. Then later we're going to create a virtual machine inside one of the hypervisors, and that one hypervisor should get an IP over the network from this DHCP, right? So that's why DHCP is there. So we can prove that yes, the networking between the hypervisors and the windows is also working fine. So right now, DHCP, well, we have given a range and its length is 24. Anyone knows how many clients can be in a /24 subnet? How many clients can be there? 1 million?
No,
255.
254.
254. Exactly. So yeah, and so no change on this page other than what we put there, and click next. So this is just saying that if you want to,
is it?
Yeah, we're saying.
Can you go back? I missed that.
Sure.
Part. Oh, okay. Are we change? We're not changing the length, just the start and the.
Exactly. Yeah, just the start and end.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay. Next click. So here we're not gonna put anything because it's just saying that.
Sorry.
Yeah, you were saying. Sure.
Sorry, please, what's the scope name?
Scope name is this. Your first name, scope 1. And then the range, start and end, and then we're going ahead. So here, we're not filling it up because it's just saying that exclude any IPs from this previous range. That hey, keep some IPs for some rainy days. Do not distribute some of the IPs from this range. So that's this setting here. And that if somebody asks for an IP, so delay giving them IP, and we can delay it by 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, milliseconds, that is. So we are not configuring any of those.
Excuse me, it's a reserve address.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, IP reservation is a separate feature here, but this is again, yes, this is called exclusion, that exclude IPs from being distributed. So we can call it reserve as well, but reserve is a separate feature altogether, right? Okay. So suppose you remove the IPs from the exclusion range, then it will start distributing those IPs as well. So, but reserve is that it's gonna stay exactly that IP unless you manually remove from here. Okay. So we're not configuring any of these, and click next. So this is a least duration, and it says 8 days. So any machine that gets an IP from that range will have that IP for 8 days. And on the 8th day, the DHCP will contact, hey, are you still alive? The machine says, yes, I'm alive. Okay, we're renewing that same IP for you. Or on the 8th day, DHCP tries to communicate, hey, are you there? And the machine is actually shut down. So it just takes away that IP from the machine. And when the machine is started later, another IP from the range is given to that machine, right? So this is just the least duration, and that's how it works. So no change on this page, and click next. It says you want to configure some advanced options or these options. So what options? Well, whatever is coming in next screen. So yes, no change on this page, and click next. And let's okay guys, so here we're gonna actually put our default gateway. Now we remember that I said that we don't have a gateway, so we one of the feature of VMware will want that some pingable machine that you can ping should be some pingable machine should be a gateway, or there should be a gateway. One feature will in future it will require that. So we're pretending that this first machine is actually a gateway. It's not. We're just pretending it, right? So uh, in the gateway, it's asking for an IP. We're gonna give the IP of the first machine. It's not a gateway. We're just pretending it is 192.168, my third octet, and 10. 10 is the IP of the first machine. So we're pretending not only that it's a DNS server, not only it's an Active Directory and DHCP server, it's also a gateway for other machines. So I'm gonna click add after typing the IP. We have to click add as well. And click next. So it says that, oh, I found that the DNS, the parent domain is this. Yes, correct. And the DNS IP is this. Yes, also correct. So no change on this page, and click next. It says here WINS, so Windows Internet Naming Services, or WINS. So WINS is the older Microsoft proprietary name resolution protocol and is deprecated, no longer used. It's there for backward compatibility if any big company still has it, but Microsoft says that just use DNS for name resolution. So we're not going to configure anything here, and click next. So that's it. Yes, I want to activate the scope now. So that's it. Yep, we want to. So click next. And then finito. All right. So our DHCP is also configured. We're going to know that when we create a virtual machine later. In fact, we're going to know when we start creating the hypervisors as well. So then we will know as and well. So right now, if we go for the slide, so we have met the goals here, and this calls for a break. Yay. So yeah, it's 20-minute break. Well, it's 8:03, so 8:23 we're gonna come back, right? And muting the mic, pausing the video. Let's see you after the break.
Hey, I do. Alpha, congratulations.
Sorry, can anyone help? I'm trying to get access to the previous videos
How can I get the link?
Have you checked your Gmail?
My Gmail. Sorry, what do I need to look out for?
I think he sent. I haven't checked it out. I'm about to check, but I think he sent to our Gmail account.
Oh, okay. I don't see anything. No, I can't find it in my Gmail.
Hi guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right. Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. So the Gmail account that is owned by Humber. One unavailable video. Okay, so the videos that I'm putting on my channel, those so I'll be putting those same videos here in Blackboard, so at least you could follow easily. But once the videos are inaccessible from Humber, then you will have forever access to those videos from my channel. That's the only other place I think I can put there. Okay, as long as YouTube is up. All right, so what we were doing, and we're gonna just check all this. Okay, so all that is done. This means that the first machine here is done. And so Active Directory is installed, DNS is installed, DHCP is installed, and make sure that you always log in from your first name admin from the first machine onwards throughout the course. Now we're going to go for the second, third, and fourth machines, and they're all ESXi hypervisors. They are Linux machines, basically Linux based, but it's now the OS is now called Photon OS, which is part Linux and part VMware. But we're going to be installing hypervisors now. Before we were installing Windows in the first machine, now we're going to install hypervisor ESXi VMware ESXi hypervisor 7 in all three machines. And yes, this one is actually keyboard based installation. So it's not the Windows machine that was not supposed to be run from keyboard, and we had to run it. So it was so much painful. But this is going to be very easy to install. If any one of you have installed Linux before, so you know that it's keyboard based and it's pretty easy. Okay, so let's go for the second machine here, which is going to be your first name ESXi1, and its IP will be 192.168.0.1 as well. So we're going to go back to the V cloud to create the second, third, and fourth machine. So let's all go there. I'm going to type my name here. And so there's a new VM showing here. So I hope everyone is seeing that. So let's click the new V and M. All right. So what we will be doing, okay, let me just fix on the monitor. It has too much brightness. Okay. So yeah, here what we're gonna do is we're gonna name this. So your first name, ESXi01. Your first name, ESXi01, right? So the spellings, if they are a bit small, so I just put it there as well. But it's gonna be your first name. I put it in the chat as well, but it's your first name. So your first name ESXi01. Once you have put this name, then we go ahead and click new, right? And here we're gonna go for selecting the OS family. So it's the other. It's a hypervisor, right? So other. We're gonna go for operating system. Do we see something ESXi? I do see here VMware ESXi 6.x. Okay, so if you see that, let's click this VMware ESXi 6x. That's nearest to, the 7.0.
Sorry,
Yep.
Excuse me. We have 7. And we have also 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't
above.
explored the
Just
rest.
underneath Apple. Go
Above.
Above. Okay. 7. Oh, no, no.
No, go all the way up. There you go. Just underneath the apples.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this one. All right. Thank you for pointing that out. That's a bullseye. So let's click that VMware ESXi 7.0 or later. And let's click that. And boot image.
Sorry,
So,
I don't
yep.
have that VMware. I just have VMware Photon OS and.
Did you click the
that's
other
it.
in the OS family?
No, it's Linux. Oh, other. Sorry. That one.
Okay.
Sorry, that's
No
my fault.
problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
When I choose the operating system, one message appeared that this operating system is not supported. See description.
Did you click the other?
Yes, I choose the other.
And then did you choose this VMware E6i7?
Yes.
Yeah, this is okay. I mean, this error we can actually ignore.
Okay.
This is a hypervisor. Okay. All right. So then the boot image, and the boot image would be our. So be careful here. It should say VCSA, and second thing is it should say 7. Don't go for 8. Don't go for vCenter. Don't go for anything else. VCSA 7. That's it. Right? Select that VCSA 7 in the boot image. Right? Okay. So VCSA 7. If that is selected, then we're gonna go down here, and we can go for select a size. So we're gonna go for custom sizing options. Custom sizing option. So we have virtual CPUs 2, which is okay. Cores per socket 1. So it's 2 cores. Number of sockets 2. Memory is what we need to make sure. At least it is 4 GB. So virtual CPUs 2. No change in the virtual CPUs, but in the memory we make a change. We make it 4 for now, but later we're gonna increase that too. And then we go further down to the storage. In the storage, it's VM default policy, not applicable. So we're just putting a size here. We can just give it. We're gonna put no, we're gonna not put anything heavy. So 80. The this virtual machine will have the 80 GB disk size, while the hypervisor itself does not take more than a few GB, right? So 80 GB is more than enough for hypervisor. So once that is done, we're gonna exactly do the same thing. We're gonna go for network adapter MSI 201 Internet 1. And guys, we selected VMX net for the first one, right? Or did we select the? I'm duplicating this tab just to go back here and go to details here and go to NICs here. So the first, VMX net 3 and Internet 1. Okay, good. So it's VMX net 3 and so Internet 1. So we're good here as well for the networking. So yeah, that's it. Now we're gonna press O and K. Okay, so ESXi 1 is getting created, and wow, it's unresolved. Serious point. It's still getting created, I guess. Then it's gonna power on. So while this is getting created, and is it taking? time for everyone. Yeah. Yeah, we all started at the same time, right? Oh, okay.
No,
That could be the reason.
it's done for me.
Okay, that's good. Wow, unresolved. Yeah, so everyone started, so that's why. Let's give it some time, and as soon as it shows VM console, then we'll click that, and we're gonna go inside and start the installation. Strange. Oh, powered off. Okay, so it's changed the state from unresolved to powered off. So yeah, hopefully, as soon as the VM console, you can click. Go ahead and click that. Yeah. Okay. So I can see the VM console here. I'm gonna click that. And so it's gonna show like this for everyone.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Just a minute. It has been finished, but I can't see the second machine.
You can see the whole machine.
Yeah, I'm able now to see the first one only.
Your
Just a minute. Let me. Oh, okay. I removed the name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now from where, sorry, you enter to this Linux page?
Click the VM console.
Just a minute. Okay.
Guys, do you see an error?
Just a minute, because it was. Can I close the Windows Server page now? Okay. VM console. And Control Alt Delete.
No. You should go to the ESXi new machine now. Open that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, it's okay now. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, guys. So do you see this? What I'm seeing?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So that was, I think, a wrong choice here. What we selected. Last time, actually, I did some testing before starting that. The other actually showed the VMware ESXi7, but now it is not really starting it. So 6.7, 6.x. But it's everyone seeing that, right? So I'm just gonna do a restart of the machine again. I'm just gonna click options. I think we need to select some option to actually make a restart. So I'll power off the machine. The ESXi, not the Windows. ESXi machine, power off, not the Windows. Keep the Windows powered on. So I'm going to power off and then power on again the machine. So it's still power. Oh, it's powered off. So I'm just going to action and power on. But when I power on, what I'm going to do is I'll try to click the VM console right away just to check that was it opting for something that, hey, press any key to start the installation, or did it just not show any option, right? So the boot option or the starting of the virtual machine, we're going to track that. So I'm going to power on here. And as soon as the VM console comes, I'll just click that again quickly. Otherwise, we'll have to recreate the machine with different options. Okay, here. No. Okay, this calls for my previous course selection. So on the other screen, I'm going for my I uploaded that previous course on my channel. So there first configured the machines. So week 3 maybe. I'm just looking at the my previous batch videos. Oh, we were going through the misery of the mouseless Windows machine. Okay, so I'm just moving it. Oh, there you go. Let me just check that. So it's my previous machine, the previous batch video. But what did I select here? I'll just 7. Okay, let me just go a little back. Oh, come on. New, come on, move ahead, guy. Okay, so here, what we select in the previous batch, other, yeah. Come on, man. Yeah, it is other. Okay. Boot image, which one? Is it the same that we selected? Oh man, seriously, what is wrong with me?
Yeah, we selected the one above.
Okay, guys, so let me just explain quickly the mistake, and then we'll quickly do that too. And so VCSA is the vCenter. That is a central management enterprise grade application that controls all the hypervisor. The hypervisor itself is the actual image is Vmware. So it's my bad. I think I'm missing dinner dearly now. Vmvisor is what we were supposed to select, and somehow I don't know what was I thinking, and I said VCSA. VCSA is coming 2-3 classes later, and the whole course revolves around the VCSA actually. So sorry about that, and we're gonna just recreate the machine, delete this machine, recreate the machine, and then let's go ahead again. How could I do this? Okay, I'm just gonna close that. I mean, VCSA I'm selecting, and seriously, I should eat dinner before the class. Okay. Okay, so here, I'm gonna go, guys. This can we change the OS some? Better go for, yeah, we can extract the media and insert.
I changed. Yeah, I tried to change the OS, but it doesn't work.
No, yeah, that's what I think. Once I tried that and I failed. That's what I was saying. Let's just delete that. So, guys, we're about to delete ESXi 01, not Win01. Do not delete Win01, right? ESXi, we're gonna delete now. So actions, it should be shut down. Otherwise, it won't let you delete. Yeah, see, it's not letting me delete. So first of all, I'm gonna power off ESXi machine. Make sure you're not deleting Win01. So first I power off the ESXi1, and then there's actions and delete. Then we're gonna create the same machine again. So my machine is powered off. Once the machine is powered off, all you need to do is go to actions and click the delete button. So now the delete button is clickable. So you can click the delete button like a these. And then just click the delete button like a these. Oh, like this. Okay, done. So let us create the machine again once it is fully removed, the ESXi1 machine. Okay. Oh, yeah. For me, it's done, and only Windows machine is there, so we're good. If everyone's machine is deleted, then okay, let's go for new VM again, and we're supposed to select the other boot OS, right? New VM. Okay, let's go for new VM again, right? And yeah, we just put the same name here. Your first name, ESXI 01. And if you are all following, then new OS family. Wow, I had to actually see the previous video to know that. Otherwise, it was a very, very simple thing. Sometimes it happens. Okay. Towards Apple. Okay. Oh, Apple Mac. I'll go for the rest of the apples. Okay, it's the other, and once we select this E6i 7.0, yeah. Okay. I mean, says it worked, and that's good. Then we go for Vmware 7. VCSA will be coming later because that's an application. This is hypervisor. So application cannot be directly installed on an empty machine. It will be installed. It's actually a appliance. So anyway, Vmware installer 7. Vmware installer 7. Select that. Then we go for custom sizing, right? So the rest is the same. Rest is exactly the same what we did before. Custom sizing, we just need to change the memo and memory 4 GB, and default size we all remember 80, and we remember the network to be internet 1. I hope everyone is good. If you're good, press OK and let's start the machine. Right? Yes. Okay, thank you for the reply. Press OK. And yeah, so yep, we just go through the process again. So it's still showing unresolved. Okay, powered on, and the VM console is showing now. So now we should be seeing the installation of. We should be seeing the installation of ESXi. Okay, so everyone should be seeing this. And after that, the keyboard-based installation will start, but it's pretty easy and straightforward. Okay, so while this is going on, well, it's about to finish. Then we're gonna start the other two machines together. But let's just see the initial configurations of this machine. Okay, so how many are on this page? Everyone?
Yes.
All right.
No, some of us are not. It's still starting up.
Okay. So, yeah. So from here, it's going to be, if you click on top of the screen, it's just keyboard based after that. And the enter button, just you have to press enter to go ahead and then type password and then different options. So anyone still not there? And
I am there now.
okay, cool. Okay, so what we can do is so I'm gonna see this mouse. Just put it on top of the screen here and click on it, and then it's all keyboard based after that. So just click on the screen of the machine and then press enter. As soon as you press enter, the next screen comes, which is F11, right? So how do we press F11? Obviously, there's on the laptop, you have function key plus F11. So there's a FN key you have to keep pressed on the laptop keyboard, FN and
Excuse
F11
me,
key.
sir. My cursor is outside of the screen. I'm unable to get it inside the
cursor. So see this, my cursor is outside. So as soon as I drag it on top of it and it vanishes, then click on it. Once
on
you
top
click,
of what?
then
Sorry.
yeah. So see this,
Okay.
it's going now. It's as soon as it vanishes, then click the mouse. Now you will be able to handle through the keyboard, right? So the first one was press enter. Second one was function key and F11. So if you were able to do that, function key and F11, then the third one is this, the hard disk. So we're not going to make any partitions. It only says press enter. So I'm just going to press enter on my keyboard. Yep. Okay, press enter here, and then it says US default. So no change here as well. Just simply press enter. Guys, if you can mute your mic, I can hear a lot of noise. Thank you. Okay, so here, root password, be careful here. Just use what you were using for the class password, and whatever you put here, just don't forget it. Otherwise, you have to reinstall the whole hypervisor again. So small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3, without shift 1, 2, 3. Then down arrow key on the keyboard to go to the next line, and small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3, without shift 1, 2, 3. All right. Then press and enter. Press enter. Okay, then you know what to do. F11 to install, right? So function key and F11, go ahead. Function key, F11. So it was pretty straightforward. Enter or function key F11 or password, that's it. So once this ends, then it's gonna ask for a final restart. So all you need to do is press enter.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
Would you repeat for me the other step you did for the mouse when the mouse goes out?
When the mouse was out for Windows?
No. Here on the ears.
Oh, okay. So mouse is out, and then you go on top of it. As soon as it vanishes, click on it, right? Then keyboard-based responses it will take. So just click on top of the screen here, black screen here, anywhere, just click. And then start pressing enter. No?
Yeah, but mine, when I pull it from outside, when it comes inside, the black screen, it disappears.
Yeah. So if it disappears and it is responding to keyboard strokes, it's okay. You don't have to do anything. I was explaining it to one student, so she could understand that. If it is working fine, go ahead. So guys, final reboot, right? And that's it. So let it restart. Let's go for the other two machines, and it's exactly the same process, right? Okay, guys, everyone mute. There's a lot of sound coming. Okay, so here, that's it. It's gonna just restart, and we will leave it as this, and it's going to get all the information from DHCP at the end of it. So just leave it at this. I'm just gonna minimize this, or I'm gonna close this, and I'm gonna create the other two machines now. And obviously the names are going to be your first name E6I02 and your first name E6I03. So let's click new VM again, and pretty much the same drill now. So your first name ESXI02. New. Guys, there's a sound coming from someone. Everyone, please mute the mic. Okay, so here, new, and there's an OS family. Now we know what to do here. We're gonna click other, and we know here as well what to do. We're going to go for ESXi7, and here we're gonna go for Vmware installer 7, right? If you remember the steps, go ahead. Customizing sizing options. Oh, but if I ask for a screenshot, then yeah, don't go ahead. Stay with me, because no screenshot will be bigger problem, right? So custom sizing options, all we changed was memory, 4 GB. In storage, we gave 80 GB. In networking, we gave MSI Internet 1. So it's pretty much the same thing. You guys are smart. So let's just go for press O and K and start creating the next machine as well. Press OK. So that will be your first name ESXi02. Now we're going to go for your first name ESXi03. Pretty much the same steps. I'm going to click new VM again. Your first name ESXi03 and click new, and OS family other, operating system 7, ESXi7, boot image, Vmware installer 7.
Equal.
Yep. I thought somebody said something. So custom sizing options for here, and then 80 GB, and then Internet 1. So pretty straightforward options, right? So just if you're okay with all that, then press O and K. Right? Okay. So we can just do multitasking now. We can switch between E6i2 and E6i3, whichever is on whichever stage. I have 2 showing now and 3 is starting. So 2 must be ready, right? So nothing here complicated, pretty easy stuff. I'm going to open 2 and let's see where it starts. Okay, it's still loading.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I have problem with the level of I want to put F11 because I have Mac, and when I put F11 it will be closed.
Oh, it closes the window. Ouch. No, like when you press function key and F11,
yeah,
does it not work?
It doesn't work.
It does not. So maybe don't press the function key, but make sure that you have clicked this screen. You're inside the screen and then you're pressing. Yeah.
I don't have F11. I have to just click Fn and to show F11.
Show first F11. You don't have F11. Hey, which keyboard is that? That doesn't have F11.
And I have another. It's MacBook Pro. It's LCD for
okay.
And I have another keyboard, but it doesn't work on that F11. It doesn't work.
Oh man, welcome to MacBook. I've seen students suffering with labs, but yeah, you have to troubleshoot. You have to know that what we do here is what in MacBook. So I think you have to Google it that when we need to press function key and F11. So what is it in MacBook?
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. So here I'm just gonna go inside and press enter, and then function key F11. So go ahead. I mean, no, don't go ahead. Why am I saying go ahead? Because if I ask for a screenshot and you will tell me, hey, you told us to go ahead. So no, don't go ahead. I need the screenshots. All right. So press enter for the disk. Press enter for the language. Now put the password. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1 2 3 with hard shift 1 2 3. Down arrow. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1 2 3 without shift 1 2 3. Enter. And again F E La and 1. And yeah, we don't need to really wait for that. Although, yeah, so I'm just going to minimize this. I'm going to go for E6i3. And wherever it is, let's push it ahead from there. Yeah, it's waiting for us. So enter. Enter. See, it wants me to click as well. Seriously. Okay, function key F11. We know the drill. Go. Then press enter here for the disk. Press enter for the US default. And yeah, the password.
I could solve it.
Yep. Yay. So what is it in MacBook?
I had to change the keyboard on setting for F11.
Okay, nice. Good troubleshooting. Oh. Okay, so here put the password, press enter. Then again, function key and F11. It's installing now, then it's going to do a final restart. Okay. While it is doing that, I can still switch to ESXi02. You know, in
Excuse
IT.
me.
Yeah, you're saying.
What was the root password? It was the same on other passwords. Yeah.
Password.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Okay, so here on E6i2, Just go ahead and press enter, and it's going to do a final long restart. And E6i3, let's see. So guys, in IT, you have to do multitasking, and never be confused on these things. You have to get used to doing multitasking. Okay, so yeah, it's also asking for ESXi3, the final reboot, and now I'll leave them to it. I'm gonna close ESXi3 and 2. They are rebooting, but ESXi1 would have been fully rebooted, and it would be on this screen, this screen, this screen, this screen. Okay, so you can see that here it shows the IP that it got for, whoa, what is this? That's not good. 192.168 1.65 it got from, I think it got an IP from someone else. Obviously mine is 0, and my machine got an IP from the 1 subnet or third octet. Who's 1? 1 is Amin, actually. Oh, okay. Thank you, Amin, for giving me this IP. Okay.
Mine got from 3.
I'm going to 13.
Me too, 3.
Oh, so yeah, so DHCP of everyone is spreading IP addresses
I
for
have 3
everyone.
different IP for each of them.
Oh, for 3 machines. Oh man, serious. So yeah, the good thing is, yeah, this is happening because this is a flat network. vCloud is a flat network, right? So everyone's machine can see everyone else's machine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give static IP to each of our hypervisor, and that static IP will be obviously belonging to our IP range, our third octet, our subnet. So then it's gonna be fine. Okay, so on the first machine, I hope everyone's first machine is done, because now we're gonna configure the first machine. So let's get on it. Okay, so there's no, I was gonna put Control or Delete, but that's not Windows, it's Linux, I mean Linux based. So I'm gonna click on top of that, and guys, you can see here this one. What does it say? F2. Press F2 to customize the configuration, right? So what we need to do is we need to give it a static IP. So that would be our next steps now. Configure visors. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna so log into each hypervisor and configure the following. And that is put static IP and put gateway and change the name of the hypervisor and check if it has correct DNS. If not, then change. And then change the domain name, but well, I can say it's optional. Okay, so we're gonna do these settings for all 3 hypervisors, and they better be communicating with each other into the windows. So we're gonna check at the end of it. Also, that's the hypervisor side, right? But there's a configuration related for them. It's related to them, but in Windows side. So go to DNS in Win01 and create a records, a/pointer records, pointer or PTR records for these 3 hypervisors. So anyone can quickly tell me, if we do not create A records for these three hypervisors, then what's the big deal with that? Will we have an issue, or it's not a big deal? Like, what is the benefit we are getting if we create an A record, and what's the loss we will have if we don't create that? Anyone? Hey, that's an easy one. Come
Because they are
on.
not the same. They are not the same system. Maybe when we want to call them, I have a problem with the name. I don't know. But they are not
Come
the
on,
same.
guys. What
Or
does
but I
DNS
think it
do?
doesn't. The DNS is the reverse part, but
You will not
No.
be able to.
if we want to see them with the
You will not be
IP, we don't have any issue.
IP address. You know, the IP addresses.
Yeah, I got it. I got it right now. Okay.
Yeah, so what we're saying is, if we did not go to DNS and did not create A records for this guy, and this guy, so we will not be able to connect to them by name, right? We will be able to connect to them by IP, and that's what we don't want. We want to connect to each hypervisor by its name, because suppose there are 1000 hypervisors. How can you remember the IP address of 1000 hypervisors? And second thing, the naming convention has to be smart. Suppose you have here Toronto branch, and you have New York branch, right? And you have Tokyo branch, suppose, right? So you have three branches, and all of them have 500 ESXi hypervisors. So 500 hypervisors here. Suppose a very big company, right? 500 hypervisors each. So you're gonna name them in a way that from the name you will know right away that which branch this hypervisor belongs to. So suppose you're gonna name the hypervisor in Toronto branch as T and E S X I, suppose, right? And for New York branch, N ESXi1, N ESXi2, and ESXi3, or whatever else you want to add, and T for Tokyo, or TO, or TK, suppose, whatever you want, so whatever you decide there, right? TK ESXi for Tokyo, right? So as soon as you see the names, you will know right away, oh yeah, this is a New York hypervisor that's having issue when you're doing monitoring or something, right? But if it's just plain IPs, so plain IPs does not tell you anything about that machine. So it has to be, it must be name. And for name, you have to create A records, and then you can access by name, right? So this is a compulsory step. In big environment, suppose you have two hypervisors only, and it's not a very like advanced company, it's a kind of small company, and they don't care about anything. So yeah, go for just IP based. Otherwise, you need to create those A records just to be able to access each hypervisor by name, right? So it's very important. So that would be our next step after we have configured all the hypervisors. Then our next step would be go to DNS Windsor1 and create A pointer records for these three hypervisors, and that is a must. Okay, so let's start configuring the first hypervisor, then the second, and then the third. So I'm going to go for the E6i1. Okay, I'm here. And here, okay, so here, F2, I'm just going to click on top of it, and then I'm going to press function key in F2, or just F2. Yeah, function key in F2. So then it will pop up this. Let's log in from the first one, right? So root is already there. Root is the top highest privileged account, right? And down arrow. Now you need to put the password that you put when you were installing this hypervisor. In my case, it is small abc, capital ABC, shift 123 without shift 123. So F2 is the key to press to log in to the hypervisor. So once you put the password there, then press enter. and you should see this screen, right? O and K. Now we're inside the configuration area of hypervisor. So we're going to go down here with the down arrow, and you can see on the right side, as soon as you go to the.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry for interruption.
No problem.
When I press enter, the message appeared authentication failed. Maybe invalid password. How I can return to it?
Just press F2 again. Function and F2. So if I go here, yeah, press escape. So I'm gonna press escape here, and now it kicked me out as soon as I press escape. So I'm out now, and I want to get in. So I'll just press that F2 again.
No,
So
but there is. Oh, just a minute. I need to press enter for OK.
Yes. To press. Suppose it's not working, you press escape to remove this window, and then press F2 again to get this window. But yes, yeah, when you put the password, you have to press enter. C, capital C, shift123, without shift123, and I need to press enter now. If the password is correct, it's going to let me.
Okay, the same
in.
thing. Sorry, sir.
Oh, this means one thing only.
What?
You forgot the password.
No, I used the same password.
Well, then it should work. When you put the password, just press enter. If it's saying that it's incorrect password, then yeah, it is incorrect password.
Okay, about the login name, I need to use root.
Yes, it has to be root. It has to be root.
Okay.
In Linux, it's root.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah, correct. Try with caps lock on.
Yeah, it could be the caps lock by mistake on, or maybe when you were putting the password during the installation and caps lock might be on at that time. So
okay, it's okay now.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna press on enter, and now we should be inside the screen, and there you go. Press the down arrow key because this is configure management network. And on the right side, you can see IPv4 address, IPv6. We're going to go inside that momentarily. So now we're going to go down here. This is restart management network. So you can restart the networking services for this hypervisor. Suppose it's a running environment, you have virtual machines on top of this hypervisor, then you don't do that, right? All the virtual machines will have no network. And suppose there are thousands of users connected, then they will be all disconnected. Nest management network is if you want to ping IPs from here to DNS or any other machine across the network. So then this is test. Then there is network restore options, and there is obviously you can restore the configuration of the network if you have taken a backup of networking configurations on this hypervisor. Configure keyboard, yes, you can change it to some other keyboard, language keyboard. Troubleshooting options, you can go for E6i shell, enable SSH, secure shell, and restart agents. Agents are just services, right? So whatever service you restart, obviously, then that functionality will stop until it is started again. And E6i shell is for just command line options. You want to create a virtual machine with command line. You want to create a storage with command line. You need to know the commands then for that. View system logs. So these are all the log files. Log files. Anyone knows quickly what is log file? What is log? What does it do?
It's system activities.
Yeah, with a timestamp. So it records system activities with a time stamp. So suppose the hypervisor restarted yesterday night. So it will be in the log file, which is a text file where it records the time and what activity is. So restart happened at this time. So this is log file. It just records activities with timestamp. Okay, so here view support information. So this is just extra information about this hypervisor that what is the so it has a self-signed certificate, security certificate, and its SSL thumbprint is this, which identifies that what certificate is there. Here, so other than that, we have reset system configuration, which means that whatever you have configured up there will all be removed and put back to factory defaults. So these are all the options, but we are interested right now in this option, which is configure management network. So let's press enter to configure management network. So I'm just going to press enter now, and let's go inside and give the IP address. Once you go inside, you see network adapters, right? And on the right side, you see this guy, VMNIC0, right? So that's the physical network card. So suppose you have 10 physical network cards. So it's going to be VMNIC0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, VMNIC10, right? But we have just one, so it's showing VMNIC0. Okay, so here, well, we have VLAN here, but we're not going to configure now, and we're going to be discussing all about the standard virtual switch. We're going to spend one class on virtual standard switch, so we're going to discuss all the concepts. Right now, we're not configuring VLAN. We're going to go down to IPv4 configuration. So on the right side, I can see that it's the wrong IP. It's not even belonging to my IP range, and so is the case with everyone. So let's correct it. So once you're on top of IPv4, you have to press enter. So press enter here, and this screen comes up. And we need to change that IP. How do we do that? We'll go down arrow and down arrow. Then how do we select that? Set static IPv4. We have to press the space bar. Yeah.
Sorry, if you can just slowly, because I need to see what you are doing, then I need to execute it.
Oh, you have one screen or two screens?
One screen.
Oh, okay.
Therefore,
if you have a cell phone for future, right? If you have a cell phone, you
okay.
can watch, the class through. So log in from cell phone as well as here, or
Okay.
yeah, just log in from cell phone. That's it, and just watch there and then do here. So yeah, one screen is like so. Okay, I'll slow down.
Just a minute.
So we will set stat.
Sorry, sir.
Oh, it's too slow. Sorry. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, just
I'm
not
just kidding.
about
Come on,
it.
that was in the movie. That cartoon character was talking so slow, so I was just
No, I need to
imitating
ask
that.
you something. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I need to go to IP version 4, then I need to press enter, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So then you have to go down arrow, down arrow, down arrow until you reach the third one and press space bar. What is the space bar?
Oh, just a minute. Set this static. Okay.
Yeah, space bar. So press the space bar to select it. But in last batch, one student break the record. He was asking, "Sir, what is space bar?" And I was like, "The long key and at the end of the keyboard." And he was like, "Where is the long key?" "Oh, this is space bar." Okay. So I was like, "Wow, this record broken today." Okay. Anyway, so space bar here, and then guys, now we can change the IP, right? So I'm gonna press the right arrow key on the keyboard. You don't see the cursor on the right side, but it's there. Then I'm gonna start pressing backspace to remove 5. Then I'm going to press backspace again to remove 6, or just remove the whole thing and just type yourself, or do it this way. And I don't need the 1. This is not my third octet, right? So backspace again, remove dot. Backspace again, remove 1. In my case, it's 0. For you, it is different. So write that. And dot, and this is 1. That's it, right? Make sure it's your octet, not somebody else's octet that DHCP gave to you. We don't need to change the 255, 255, 2550. It's okay. But we do need to change, I do need to change this gateway as well, because the third octet is again wrong. So right arrow on the, now this arrow is showing, right? And left, left, left. I just need to remove the 1 and change it to my octet, which is 0.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
For the first XCI, my machine received the IP address from the DHCP.
It got an IP address from the DHCP?
Yes.
So change it to static IP like I'm doing now.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Excuse me, sir.
Yep.
I was not able to select the network configuration. When I clicked the down arrow, it was showing to configure the password.
To configure the password.
Yeah, I was not able to enter to the down arrow. When I click the down arrow, it automatically goes to configure password section.
Oh, configure password section. So you have to press tab to go to the next section. But which screen are you at? The outside, you were not able to enter the hypervisor till now?
Yeah, I mean, and browser, and when I enter, it's asking for old password, new password for configuring the new one.
Oh, not there. So, okay, I'm gonna check your screen. But guys, those who have done this successfully, only press enter to save it. If at this point you pressed escape, it will remove all the configuration and then you have to do the configuration again. So do not press escape on this stage. Only press enter to save it, right? So I'm just gonna press enter to save it quickly. Enter, and it is saved. Okay, now Huda is saying, so Huda, I'm gonna connect to your machine quickly, and you can close the machine on your side at D. Yeah, this is E6i1. Huda. Okay, VM console. Yeah, it is. So you're trying to enter this this console. Okay, function key F2. Root, and did you use the class password?
Yeah, the same password.
Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 123, without shift 123, press enter. Yeah, it's inside. So it is working fine. And then you go here, configure management, and then you go down to IPv4, press enter here, and then here. So if I leave now, you will be actually seeing this screen, right? I guess. So I'm just gonna close. And is that your octet or 2?
Yes, I was not able to select this one. When I select, it was automatically going to new password section for configuring new password.
So you were not able to change the IP, right?
Yeah, I'm not able to enter to this screen.
So
I'm having
the
problem too.
7, yours is 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just
I'm also having
try
problem.
to.
Okay, when you are
Okay. So yours is 7.1, and down arrow, right arrow, backspace, 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 7.10. Okay, done. So it's right arrow, down arrow. It's like that. So you have to just figure that out when you're doing it yourself as well. So press. I'm gonna press enter to save it. So this is good. That's where we are. Yeah. Who was else saying? Welcome. I'm just gonna close that. Yeah. Who else was saying? What's the name? Anyone else has an issue? Oyedele. Okay. Oh yeah. So E6i1, and you've closed. Oyedele, please close the window so I could enter. And then it's enter, down arrow, IPv4, enter. So Oyedele IP is octet is 17. Okay. So spacebar here to select and go down, right arrow key on the keyboard, and I'll go 17.1, then down arrow, right arrow key, backspace, 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 17.10. Enter, done. That's what we were doing. Okay, anyone else? So please take over.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, so I'm gonna go back to E6i1 because that's just one configuration, guys. We need to go for, so see this IPv4 configuration, right? Now we're gonna go down. So this is successful because I can see on my right side, the correct IP configuration I can see there. So see this, I'm gonna go down, IPv6, we're not doing anything in IPv6. So I'm gonna go further down to DNS configuration because I need to enter, and you can see that the host name is localhost. No, we want to give it your first name, ESXi01, instead of localhost. So we need to change the host name on the right side. So we're gonna press enter to go inside the DNS configuration. Press enter to go inside the DNS configuration. So it shows like this. I'm gonna press down arrow to select it with a space bar. Then I'm going to go down further to the localhost and change it to what? Your first name, ESXi01. And then I'm gonna press enter to save it. So I'm gonna go down now, down,
Sorry,
downer,
sir.
downest. Yeah.
Sorry, I faced
problem.
a poor network connection.
Oh.
Therefore, I missed what you did.
Yeah, sure. So see this.
I just changed the IPs.
Good.
And
Okay. So
nothing.
go here. You can see my screen.
But I need to tell you something. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, sure.
If I open the page of virtual machines, I can see EXI 01, 02, 03.
Yeah.
But when I go to this Linux page, I can see there is two Linux EXI 03 and 102.
2 is EXI 03. Okay.
Just
well, in this Linux page, this one, it's just for this machine.
Sorry.
Right? So if you're seeing any other machine in this page, how can you see in this page? You can see only this machine's page.
Sorry, sir, if you hear me.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not able to hear you.
Oh, hello, testing 1 2 3.
Oh, we can hear. I can hear you.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you.
No, but she cannot hear us, I guess. Oh, it's her internet connection.
Sorry.
Okay.
She could. Oh, there she is.
Yes, sir. Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
that's very bad time for the internet to go because we are trying to finish at least one machine. So are you able to hear me? Yes? No? Maybe? You're hearing me? Oh man, it's the internet connection. So guys, I think we have to at least finish this configuration. So we have to go ahead. So Cesar, if or anyone can text her that we need to, it's just very less time left. So we need to.
Your DNS was wrong. Please change it. DNS configuration.
Yes, I was gonna do that, but I was not able to do that. So yeah, thanks for pointing it out. Let's go ahead, guys. DNS configuration, press enter. And go down to select use the following DNS server, then go down further to localhost. What do we do here? Your first name, ESXi01. So make sure you put this name and press enter.
But you have zero.
Primary DNS. You are 0.
Yes, sorry. Thank you for pointing that out. I almost forgot that I have to change the third octet. Thank you for pointing that out.
Sorry, sir.
Yep.
Sorry, can I share my screen if you can see the page? And I need to reach with you because I faced a problem in my network, so I'm not able to see these steps.
Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can. Can I share my screen if it's possible?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can see.
Okay, but I need to
enter.
ask you, sir. Sorry.
Sure,
Here,
sure.
if you can see,
Mhm.
this is my first, my second virtual machine with name EXI01, but I don't
Yeah.
know why the name is 03.
Then you have opened 03,
I have
thinking that it
one,
is
two.
one.
No, because I have
1,
another
2,
one.
3. You know, close all the windows. Close this window.
Which one? This
And
one?
yeah, this one. Close.
Okay.
Close this one as well.
Okay. This
And
one
close this
also.
one as well.
Okay.
Now just open
0,
only
1.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
And now work on it. Yep.
Just a minute. Control Alt to delete. No.
No.
No, no.
It's F2.
Yes. F2.
Yep.
Just a minute.
No. So click the
Yeah.
screen. Yeah,
Okay.
you're good. Good.
So now what I need to do?
21, 20.10. Okay. So your scissor is 20. Okay. Then scissor, go down to the third option, DNS configuration.
DNS.
Press
Okay.
enter.
Enter.
And once you
Okay.
press enter, so move the mouse so it could show you the next screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and then down arrow
Okay.
and spacebar to select it.
Uh,
Spacebar, the long key.
Okay.
Yep. And then go further down to the bottom. Keep going down with the down arrow key. And change the 13 to 20, the third octet. Right arrow key.
Oh, sorry.
Or okay, no problem. Just type the whole thing.
20.
192.168, 20.10.
10. Okay.
Yep. And then go further down. Yeah, change this to CISA ESXi 01, right? That's all we did.
0, 1.
And press enter to save it.
I'm not able to write numbers.
No, click again and try.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, click again and try. There.
Sorry,
or
sir.
backspace. Yeah, backspace and try. Like remove it and then try again. I think internet is gone again, I guess. Oh yeah. Calling CISA, whoop, whoop. Calling CISA. There's an alarm here. No, internet is gone. Okay, so guys, I'll share my screen and let's try to finish it. But whenever she comes back, we're gonna help. No
Yes, sir.
problemo. Oh, she's back. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so internet, because I wanted to, finish this section. That's why I'm trying to
I'm
go a
sorry.
bit faster now. But yeah, this is it. You should be able to type your first name ESXi 01. No problem.
Okay.
That's it.
And enter.
Enter, exactly. Were you able to enter? Yeah, move the mouse to show the next screen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we are. Now I'm gonna
Okay.
continue from here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, entire screen and go for share. Okay, so here, I hope you're able to see my screen. And okay, so here, yeah, DNS is done, right? So I'm gonna go down to DNS, a custom DNS suffix, but that's a tricky area. You can see I see Danilo Humb .local and Amin Humb. So Danilo and Amin, thank you for giving me your domain name. No, it's your DHCP. I mean, you have. So I'm.
I have the same problem.
I think majority of us have gotten this, or maybe you've gotten somebody else's DHCP domain name. Okay, so press enter here, and we'll try to. Okay, mine is just the same. So yeah, let's try to. Okay, change that. But guys, this is one thing that is stubborn. I mean, in previous 2 batches, we have tried to change the domain name, and it comes back. It keeps coming back to what was there. So then we stopped changing it. Right now, we will change at least once. But if you find it again changed back to the wrong ones, just keep it that way. It's not that very important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my domain name. You're going to put your domain name. So amirhumb.local. This suffix. Suffix is the other part of the domain. Prefix is the first part. Suffix is the second part or end part of the domain, right? So I'm just going to put that correct domain name that we put in the Windows as well and press enter. But if it still does not remain the same, I'll just leave it. But yes, DNS configuration must remain the same and IP configuration must remain the same. So very few students complained at the mid of the course, at the end of the near the end of the course, when the labs were very, very critical, that their IPs were changed and they had to change that back again. Some retained that change and some kept on changing. Whoa, two PCs were like that. Anyway, so hopefully it doesn't happen to you guys. Now, guys, this is also a very important step now. Another very important step. I have made a change in IPv4 configuration area. I have made a change in DNS configuration area. I need to save both these changes. How do I do that? Now you're gonna press escape key once to save all this configuration. Before it was that press enter to save. Now to save all the configuration, you have to press escape key once, and then it will ask yes, no. Then you have to press Y on the keyboard. I'm
Sorry,
gonna do that
sir.
now.
Which one? Skip and what?
So just press the escape key once. Then when it asks
Just
yes, no.
just the skip?
Yeah, just the escape key.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna do that now. Escape. And it shows this configuration. Apply changes and restart management network. It is asking, yes, we want to do that. So what will we press? Y. So I'm gonna press Y, and that's it. It has saved all our configuration.
Sorry,
Right?
sir. What you choose?
Press Y.
Y. Okay.
Now it is saved. So that's the overall configuration of the first hypervisor. We're going to be configuring till 12:30 or 1:30. The next two hypervisors, then we're going to give A records to that. Then we're going to create a virtual machine. So by 1:30, we will be finished with the whole configuration, right? So let's continue now. Everyone okay with that, right? So silence means yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh, seriously? Okay. Hey, man, I'm tired. Okay, so yeah, that's it, guys. So actually, we're gonna be continuing with the.
Excuse, could you please check management network and see the DNS suffix? I think
is it
you
still
have
there?
the same prop. Yeah. Check the DNS. And
Okay,
the last one.
my IP is
Custom
good. DNS is
Yeah.
good as well.
Yeah, everything is good. DNS suffixes.
Oh, suffix.
DNS suffix. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, that's what when I was doing that, I told you that this will not remain the same. So guys, yeah, go back and check. If it's wrong, keep it that way. It's not gonna fix. This is some bug here that we cannot control. Also, it's not that important in our lab environment as well. What's important is this DNS and IPv4. These two are very, very important. So they don't change, and hopefully they don't change. But if this changes custom DNS, just leave it, right? Okay, guys. So go ahead and upload and see you next class. But yeah, let me just create a folder and yeah, I'm going to the I'm gonna go to the Blackboard and I'll just quickly create that folder for you so you could upload this.
Sorry, sir.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but
no problem.
The connection. I lost the connection. What did you say?
Yeah. So just go ahead and let's go for the next lab, and we're gonna continue till 1:30. That's what I said.
1:30.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, no. Okay, I said that just upload and see you next week. Yeah. So.
Okay, just we need to upload the previous pictures, or we need to take a picture for this also?
Oh, since Cesar asked for screenshot, so it's all her fault now. We're gonna take screenshots of all the hypervisors now, and it will be 6 or 7 screenshots. Blame her for that, right? I'm just kidding. Yeah, just 2 screenshots and let's upload. Yeah. So,
we've only taken 2 screenshots so far.
Yeah, that's it. 2 are good.
Screenshots for its console or just?
No, just these 2 screenshots which we already took.
Yes,
that's it. That's it. We don't need to take another screenshot, but next class, yeah, we will take more.
Okay.
Right? So right now, whatever you have, the 2 screenshots, let's upload that. So put it in MS Word document and let's upload that. All right. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna just quickly configure the folder and I'll ask you if you can see the folder or not. Okay, that's week 4. So makeup class week 3 will be next Monday, not this Monday. And okay, what's going on? Week 4, so it's 10, 5, 23, and should be now seeing week 4 showing there. And then I'll quickly create that assignment where you can upload now. So let's go. Okay. October 5. Okay, so if you make, okay, let me just change that and then I'll ask if you can see it or not. So go to folder 4 or week 4 and upload week 4. When we do the makeup class, then yeah, I'm gonna add that folder here. Okay, guys, so are you able to see upload week 4? Anyone can confirm?
But the folder is empty.
Now refresh. Still not there?
Yes, it's there.
Oh, okay. You're able to see. Thank you. So go ahead and upload and see you next week and have a nice long weekend. Yay. Okay.
Sorry, sir.
That's great.
Oh, I was saying have a nice weekend.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, you were saying?
Are we need to configure the other virtual machines to be like this or no need?
No. So we're gonna do it together.
Together. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Next
for
class.
your support.
Welcome. All right.
Excuse me, sir.
Sure. Yeah.
The video. How soon can we get today's video?
Oh yes. So this video, as soon as I close this class, then it will start creating. It will take like half an hour to 1 hour, and it will be available in the chat of this class by 1.5 hours, I guess.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
You too.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good night. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night. Bye-bye. Bye.
Hello. Oh, ti upload class for share assignment ni àbí exercise àbí lab ó ti upload there for screenshots, yeah. We take our screenshots ni àbí. Èmi gan ti sọnù ó pẹ́ ìgbà wo ni wọ́n sọnù ó ti ẹ̀ pẹ́ tí mi ti sọnù nù. Èmi gan ti sọnù, so I asked him when he was about to leave the class.
Dawson, your camera is still on.
Oh my God! Sorry. Thank you. Let me